In Japan, sardines and herrings are two extremely important types of fish, widely used in cuisine and export. One of the main fishing methods for these two species is purse seining, an effective and popular technique in the Japanese fishing industry. A purse seine is a large rectangular net designed to encircle a large school of fish. The bottom of the net is attached to a drawstring that helps it sink into the water, while the top is fitted with floats that remain on the water's surface. When the net is hauled in, the bottom closes like a bag, trapping the entire school of fish inside. To locate the schools of fish, Japanese fishermen often use sonar equipment and other advanced technologies to determine their position and size. Fishing typically takes place in the early morning or at dusk, when sardines and herrings tend to swim near the surface in search of food. Once a school of fish is spotted, the fishing vessel will circle around it to deploy the net, forming a ring that surrounds the fish. The net must be cast quickly and accurately to ensure no fish escape. After deployment, fishermen begin pulling the rope at the bottom of the net to close it and capture the entire school. The net is then gradually hauled onto the vessel, and the fish are brought into the ship's hold for processing and preservation. After being caught, the fish are processed and preserved directly on the vessel to ensure freshness. Depending on the scale of the catch, the fish may be frozen or cleaned and processed on board, then transported to shore. Sardines and herrings play a crucial role not only in Japanese cuisine, such as in sushi and sashimi, but are also used to produce fish oil, fish meal, and animal feed. Purse seining for these two types of fish helps ensure a steady supply of raw materials for these industries. Japan places great importance on marine environmental protection and the sustainable management of fishery resources. The use of purse seines is often strictly regulated to avoid overfishing and minimize impact on marine ecosystems. Fishermen also adhere to regulations on fish size and allowable catch limits to maintain the sustainability of fish stocks. In Japan, the method of purse seining for sardines and herrings represents a combination of traditional techniques and modern technology in the fishing industry. This method not only allows Japanese fishermen to achieve high economic efficiency, but also ensures the sustainability of the marine environment and fishery resources. Although purse seining for sardines and herrings brings many benefits, Japanese fishermen still face several challenges. One of the biggest challenges is protecting fishery resources in the context of climate change and overfishing in some areas. Climate change, changes in sea temperature, and other environmental factors affect the abundance and distribution of sardines and herrings. These fluctuations make it harder to predict and locate fish stocks, requiring fishermen to adopt more advanced technologies to maintain stable catches. Overfishing in recent years has led to the serious decline of some fish stocks. Japan has implemented stricter regulations, such as catch quotas and no fishing zones, to protect these resources. Fishermen are also encouraged to participate in conservation and fishery restoration projects. In terms of international competition, Japan is not the only country using purse seines to catch sardines and herrings. Competition from international fishing vessels from neighboring East Asian countries also puts pressure on Japanese fishermen. To cope with this competition, Japan has invested in modern technology and improved fishing processes to enhance efficiency and product quality. In response to the challenges, Japan continues to research and develop new technologies in the fishing and preservation of sardines and herrings. Some notable technologies include advanced sonar systems, which use sound waves to detect and determine the size of fish schools, helping fishermen fish more accurately. GPS positioning and tracking systems assist fishing vessels in efficiently locating and following fish movements, reducing the time spent searching. In terms of processing and preservation technology, rapid cooling and advanced preservation systems help maintain the freshness of the fish on board, ensuring product quality when brought ashore. Looking toward the future, Japan aims to develop a sustainable fishing industry, including purse seining for sardines and herrings. The government is actively promoting policies that support fishermen in improving their skills and accessing new technologies. At the same time, Japan is strengthening international cooperation, sharing experiences, and protecting fishery resources on a global scale. In addition, educational and awareness-raising activities about the importance of protecting the marine environment are also being emphasized to raise fishermen's and the community's awareness of their role in maintaining the sustainability of the fishing industry. Purse signing for sardines and herrings in Japan is not only a traditional method, but also an important part of national culture and economy. By combining traditional techniques with modern technology and environmental protection efforts, Japan is moving toward a sustainable future for the fishing industry, while preserving valuable sardine and herring resources for future generations. The role of sardines and herrings in Japan's economy and culture cannot be underestimated. These fish are not only important in the fishing industry, but also an essential part of Japanese culture and culinary life. Economically, sardines and herrings are a main source of income for many coastal fishing communities in Japan. Products made from sardines and herrings, such as dried fish, salted fish, and fish oil, are consumed domestically and exported to many other countries. Japan is one of the world's largest seafood exporters, and sardine and herring products make up a significant portion of its total seafood export value. Culturally, sardines and herrings are often used in many traditional dishes such as sushi, sashimi, and grilled dishes. In particular, herrings, with their rich flavor and simple preparation, are commonly used in popular home-cooked meals. These two fish species also appear in festivals and cultural events, symbolizing abundance and prosperity. In terms of education and community awareness, domestic and international organizations in Japan regularly organize educational programs for fishermen and the public about the importance of protecting fishery resources. These programs not only raise awareness of sustainability, but also encourage communities to participate in activities to protect the marine environment. Regarding the impact of policies and regulations, Japan has established a series of rules and policies to ensure that purse signing for sardines and herrings is conducted in a sustainable manner. To prevent overfishing, the authorities set seasonal catch quotas, which are adjusted based on scientific research on the status of fishery resources and the marine environment. In terms of conservation areas, Japan has also established multiple marine protected areas where fishing is either restricted or completely prohibited in order to protect critical ecosystems and allow fish stocks time to spawn and grow. For monitoring and enforcement, the Japan Fisheries Agency regularly monitors fishing activities to ensure compliance with the regulations. Violators may face severe penalties or revocation of their licenses. Japan also participates in international initiatives to protect global fishery resources, cooperating with other countries in the region and around the world to share experiences and implement more effective conservation measures. Through agreements and international organizations such as the Western and Central Pacific Fisheries Commission, WCPFC, Japan contributes to the sustainable management of global fish stocks. Purse signing for sardines and herrings in Japan is not only an important part of the fishing industry, but also reflects a harmony between tradition and modernity. Between resource exploitation and environmental protection, Japan is building a sustainable management system to safeguard these valuable fishery resources while ensuring the prosperity of fishing communities and the richness of its culinary culture. Ongoing research, technological innovation, and international cooperation will help Japan maintain its leading position in the development and protection of fishery resources. The future of purse signing for sardines and herrings in Japan is expected to continue to grow, but it will also face many new challenges. Global trends such as climate change, fluctuations in fishery resources, and increasing environmental protection demands will require the fishing industry to adapt and respond flexibly. In terms of eco-technological applications, Japan is heavily investing in the research and development of ecological technologies to minimize negative impacts on the marine environment. These technologies include environmentally friendly purse seines, intelligent fishery monitoring and management systems that are sensitive to the environment, as well as fishing methods that cause less harm to natural habitats. For sustainable fishery resource management, implementing sustainable management measures not only helps maintain sardine and herring stocks, but also protects marine ecosystems. Japan is developing community-based management models in which fishermen and other stakeholders participate in decision-making and the implementation of environmental protection measures. In promoting sustainable consumption, beyond resource management, Japan is also actively encouraging sustainable consumer habits by promoting the selection of certified sustainable seafood products, such as those certified by the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. This not only helps reduce pressure on natural resources, but also supports the sustainable development of the fisheries industry. In terms of education and community awareness, Japan continues to invest in education and raising awareness about the importance of protecting fishery resources. Educational programs are implemented from schools to local communities with the aim of building a new generation that is conscious of and responsible for the marine environment. In the context of fishery resources being affected by global factors such as climate change and marine pollution, Japan clearly recognizes the importance of international cooperation. Sharing information, technology, and experience with other countries will help both Japan and the global community jointly tackle challenges and protect fishery resources. In Japan, purse seining for sardines and herrings is not only an important industry, but also an inseparable part of the people's cultural life. Efforts in environmental protection, the application of modern technologies, and international collaboration are enabling Japan to secure its supply of seafood for future generations while maintaining the sustainability of the fishing industry. With the combined efforts of fishermen and the community, Japan can continue to lead in developing a sustainable fishing sector, bringing economic, social, and environmental benefits not only to the country, but to the world as a whole. Purse seining is one of the most effective fishing methods, widely used around the world, including in Japan. This method is especially suited for species that tend to live in large schools, such as sardines, herrings, tunas, and other migratory fish. The net itself is the largest and most essential part of the purse seine, made from durable synthetic fibers like nylon or polyester to withstand water pressure and the weight of the catch. The mesh is usually small to prevent fish from escaping. The top edge of the net is attached to floats to keep it on the water's surface, while the bottom edge is connected to a drawstring to make it sink below. The purse line is a crucial component of the purse seine, used to close the bottom of the net and create a large bag that surrounds the school of fish. When the purse line is tightened, the bottom of the net closes, preventing the fish from escaping. Large fishing vessels equipped with purse seines are often fitted with supporting equipment such as cranes, winches, and mechanical systems to deploy and retrieve the net efficiently. These vessels typically use advanced technologies such as sonar, radar, and other fish detection devices to locate fish schools. This activity usually takes place at night or in the early morning, when fish tend to swim near the surface in search of food. Once a school is detected, the fishing vessel will maneuver around it to release the net. The net is deployed from the rear of the vessel, encircling the school in a large circle. Thanks to the floats, the top of the net remains on the surface, while the bottom sinks due to the drawstring. After the net is fully deployed and has surrounded the school, fishermen begin tightening the purse line to close the bottom of the net. This process creates a large bag that traps the entire school of fish inside. Once the bottom of the net is sealed, fishermen start hauling the net on board. This process must be done carefully to avoid damaging the net or harming the fish. Cranes and winches on the vessel assist in bringing the net and fish on board. Once the fish are on the vessel, they are either stored in holding tanks or processed immediately. Preservation systems, such as rapid cooling or freezing, are used to keep the fish fresh until they are transported to shore. Finally, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.